Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Well, it was an exciting 1-0 finish last night for the Edmonton Oilers, taking a 3-1 series lead on the LA Kings. We got a couple night break here. A lot of us can catch up on some sleep. I know I didn't get much last night. Probably the rest of Oil Country didn't either. I was at the Rogers Place watch party, come home, just staring at the ceiling, get all pumped up. And yeah, it was definitely hard to go to sleep last night. So glad we get a couple nights off before Game 5 on Wednesday, where the Edmonton Oilers have a chance to eliminate the Los Angeles Kings. With the way things are looking now with Vancouver and Nashville, the Canucks leading the Predators 3-1, it's looking like the Oilers, if they get past the Kings, will play the Vancouver Canucks in round 2, but we'll see what the days ahead have in store for both teams, but it's looking like that will be our second round matchup. In my pregame report yesterday, I mentioned that a Jack Campbell and Philip Broberg recall were likely, and just before game time last night, that did happen. Jack Campbell and Philip Broberg have officially been recalled from the Bakersfield Condors. The Condors getting eliminated from the AHL playoffs the other night, so both players now available. Will Jack Campbell or Philip Broberg see any ice time? I think it's more likely for Philip Broberg. I think the Oilers would probably go to Calvin Pickard first if they wanted to make a change from Stuart Skinner, and then Jack Campbell would be in that number 3 slot, but who knows? Like I said, we'll see what the upcoming days and games hold in store for us, but Campbell and Broberg now there for the Oilers if they need them. The playoffs are here, and my friends over at Deflect Apparel have everything you need to help cheer on the Oilers in their run for the Stanley Cup. They even have your furry fans covered too. Check them out at deflect.net and use the code FANATIC20 at checkout for 20% off your order. Check out more in the description below and stay tuned for upcoming contests. Stuart Skinner obviously coming off just giving up 1 goal in games 3 and 4 in LA. Key reason that the Oilers now have a 3-1 series lead. Skinner has certainly silenced his critics for now anyway. I think he continues this. He just looks in the zone. He was just amazing last night, and really happy for Stu and glad to see him having some playoff success here. I know he struggled a lot last year, but he's going to be the future number 1 goaltender here for the Oilers. I have no doubt of that, and it's great to see him turning a corner here with his playoff performances. So don't know if we'll even get to Calvin Pickard and Jack Campbell in this playoff run, but glad to know they are there if Stu needs them for whatever reason. Another player that had a great game last night was defenseman Vinny Desharnais. He's had a great playoffs altogether so far. He's been a big difference here in this Oilers and Kings series. And we've heard some talk about him signing an extension here over the past couple months. Last word was that they were holding off until the season was over, and then they're going to try and get something done at that point. Vinny is a pending UFA, and apparently on last night's radio broadcast with Oilers Now host and insider Bob Stauffer mentioned that he expects Vinny Desharnais to sign a 6 to 7 year long-term extension with the Edmonton Oilers. No word on what the dollars would be. I imagine something in the $2 to $3 million range, maybe a little above 3 since it is such a long-term deal, but kind of surprising. I would have thought Vinny would have got a shorter-term deal just coming off his contract here, but he is a pending UFA. He's got interest around the NHL. We know that. We know the Maple Leafs were among several teams that were trying to acquire him. There's definitely interest out there, and the Oilers definitely want to keep him. So a 6 to 7 year deal for Vinny Desharnais is the word at this point. But like I mentioned earlier, don't expect anything to get done until after the season is over, as everybody wants to keep their focus on the Stanley Cup run. But I'd be happy with a 6 to 7 year deal for Vinny as long as the dollars work. I mean, he's been a great defenseman here. He's probably never going to be anything more than a number 4 defenseman, I would think. But, you hate to put a cap on anybody's ability. But so far, so good for Vinny in Edmonton, and I'd be happy to keep him around as an Edmonton Oiler here for the long-term future. But that's all I have for now, guys. Let me know your thoughts on a possible Vinny extension this summer. The play of Stuart Skinner, a 1-0 hockey game, is exactly the kind of game the Oilers are going to need to win here going forward. I know we've enjoyed the 6-1, 7-4 victories, but that 1-0 game last night is probably what we're going to see more of here, really close 1-goal games. But let me know your thoughts, guys, on everything in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.